Investigators say the streets are now safer after a major gang takedown in the Bronx. Today, the NYPD says it arrested nearly 24 gang members for crimes ranging from shootings to violence at Rikers Island. The News 4 I-team was with police when they made these arrests, and News 4's investigative reporter Paisley Chang live for us in Bronx with news of this bust. Paisley.
Adam, worst of the worst. That is how police describe the individuals targeted in this 65-count indictment. They say they honed in on these individuals when they looked to see where crime was up in the city. And now that they are under arrest, the Bronx District Attorney hopes that the community will feel safer. NYPD officers gathered in the pre-dawn hours, moments before a large drill rap gang takedown, and only News 4 cameras are there.
This is our RPT takedown. Long time coming. When you look at groups, as dangerous as they come, as ruthless as they come.
The police taking note of this video, a suspected gang member nicknamed Dthang wielding this gun, traced to several gun crimes.
One of the guns is tied by ballistics evidence to 3 shootings, which they talked about on social media while holding a distinctive gun, which was black and tan.
Today, the Bronx District Attorney and the NYPD announced a 65-count indictment against 23 suspected gang members. The I-team was there when the NYPD made arrests at River Park Towers, a base for the gang. Police say the RPT gang is behind a string of shootings, some in the middle of daylight, others near MTA buses.
These individuals are the trigger pullers. They're the absolute worst of the worst. You have to remember, even amongst gangs, there aren't that many individuals that will go out and have the goal, if you will, to pull a trigger.
What's good, YouTube world? Is Coffee tapping back in with another one, man. Y'all hear those news reports. There's some clips as it seems law enforcement and the media is trying to make a major statement here with the announcement of this major 65-count indictment, where some of the alleged crimes and alleged incidents date back to 2020. Some of the alleged crimes/incidents took place in jail behind the wall at Rikers Island, some in the streets, and some directly on social media. That was kind of wild, y'all. The whole cruelty to animals situation that played out on social media, like, that's wild. I don't even really know what to say about that. For those who aren't privy exactly to what we're talking about, you haven't tapped into this news story. Allegedly, you know, because as you know, the court process, the justice system process has to play out. But there is indeed some video out there where some of these alleged members of this River Park Towers gang were live on social media, and like a pigeon landed and they were like, yo, this pigeon is like an op in our neighborhood. And I guess they got to vibing with the comments, you know what I'm saying? And we're like, yo, if the views goes up to 100 in this live, we'll do that pigeon just like an op. And they ended up attacking it with a cane. That's some crazy-ish, man. Like, real talk. I always talk about how in society is so different, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of parents out there, I'm sure, can relate when you talk to your kids or their friends, or, you know what I'm saying, just a different generation. Is so crazy, like how the generations that have always had social media, you know, versus some of the older generations or whatever who didn't have social media then did, or, you know, how basically how social media plays a part on the mental psyche and everything like that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's bonkers, if you ask me. I don't know. And I'm not even talking, you know, about when I'm making that statement about social media, I'm not even talking about gang culture or, you know, anyone in particular. I'm just strictly talking about the way, you know, the influence it can be for individuals when they're behind that camera, and the different things, or like the different things people do for the sake of trying to go viral, or like online challenges, all that. It's just, I don't know, it's wild, man, but that's a whole nother story. But as pertaining to this situation and this indictment and all that, we've constantly heard some of the, some people tell rappers and the youth and stuff like that, and not just the youth, because older rappers have been guilty of, putting things on social media that they shouldn't, like crimes and different things, like we're seeing with the whole YSL, Young Slime Life, Young Thug case. They're using lyrics in different social media posts and the comments and all kinds of ish to piece together different narratives and different incidents and filling in the blanks on, what everything means and what happened. But in this situation, it kind of reminds me, y'all, you guys remember with that Pooh Shiesty case when there was that one, what was it, a bag that was involved, like had to do with the robbery, and that was posted on social media, and like money, like the actual bills, they zoomed in on like the serial number and ish like that. In this situation with this whole River Park Towers thing, it seems as the main rapper who's being mentioned in all this is Dthang, that there's pointing out one of the particular weapons that he has in a music video is allegedly tied to some of these crimes. So you know how they say, like, hey, don't post anything pertaining to crimes on social media. Don't post anything pertaining to a gang if you're claiming a gang on social media. And definitely don't be putting burners, the strap on social media. In this situation, it seems like there's another statement kind of one-upping that, like, yo, don't ever post a weapon. Like, you shouldn't post a weapon, period, but don't post one, that may have been used in the commission of alleged crimes. You feel me? Now, some of these individuals, charged and indicted and all this, I guess, were already behind bars. Some have been picked up, and there's, I believe, a handful, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say they said like 6 or 7 that are still at large that they're trying to find. But there's a lot of different counts of different crimes. And like I said, it seems to be tied to 3 different incidents, or alleged incidents. Apologies, y'all. And we're talking conspiracy to commit murder, attempted assault, criminal possession of a weapon, another attempted murder count, cruelty to animals, again with the whole pigeon thing. But what's kind of wild to me with this whole situation, right? And comment, guys, let me know what you think about this, as well as, those who are really into the drill music, the New York drill scene, which it kind of seems like when it comes to newer artists in New York hip hop, the majority of them, like, are drill artists, right? Like, drill has taken over New York. And I don't have anything against drill or anything like that. It's just not like a genre of music I'm super into. I definitely fuck with some of it, but I'm just not really super up on it, as I always try to keep it a buck with you when I'm reporting on different stories. But it definitely seems that Dthang is the most known artist who's like associated with this indictment. But for those who are super up on the New York drill scene, comment, let me know what New York drill rappers you fuck with, and what you think about this whole indictment and all that. But some months ago, we were hearing about how, like, they were trying to ban drill rap. They were trying to get radios to stop playing it. They were essentially trying to kill it off, I guess we could say, right? Because they're trying to holler at DJs, radio stations, and everything. But with the internet, there's always going to be a market for everything, in a sense, unless different internet platforms ban something, But it seems like they're trying to really make this statement here. And I don't know, like, comment, guys, do you think almost in a sense that they're going to try to make drill rap extinct or whatever, or like chill the streets out by locking up people, you know what I mean, by targeting different cliques and gangs and rappers who are affiliated and everything like that. Because as we always talk about with hip hop music, right? Like a lot of artists are just pushing an image, you know. Some artists are super active. Some it's totally an image, right? Like we seen with that CJ dude. Everyone was talking about, yo, this dude is stealing gang culture, gang lingo, and putting it in his music, and he's really not affiliated with the streets like that. And you know what I mean? We were seeing people tap in from behind federal prison walls saying he jacked us for our lingo and put it in his music. But for the most part, it seems like a lot of majority of the artists in the drill scene seem to be active in the streets, and you know, aside from rapping about it in their music, posting about it on social media. But one thing that I caught in these news reports, as you know, you're hearing the prosecutors talk about this case, you know, saying like they're the most violent, they're out here more or less putting in pain in the streets, you know. They hurt this animal. They gang assaulted, you know, people affiliated with this gang, gang assaulted an op at Rikers Island. You know, people affiliated with this gang shot into a building, and, you know, where there were innocent bystanders around and almost hit someone in the head, and, you know, a few other shootings and whatnot. But I heard one of the prosecutors or someone involved with this case talking about they're trying to hold a summit where they want to meet with drill rappers and try and deter them from all this ish going down in the streets and to stop the violence and everything like that. And with that being said, I kind of asked that question to y'all. You know what I mean? Do you guys think that that's their strategy? Like, hey, if we see an artist who is claiming a gang, you know, in New York, who's making drill music, who's repping, who's posting about ish on social media, and they get some kind of buzz or some kind of following, we're going to immediately, you know, start an investigation into these artists and lock them the fuck up. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, comment and let me know if you think I'm tripping or not. If you think that that is their strategy, and if you think that that strategy could work. Because again, what was this? Just a few months back, we're seeing all this ish go down with the NYPD. With, like, remember Fabio Foreign was involved with record labels and radio stations, and you know, different people from law enforcement and politicians and whatnot all meeting and talking about this. And we're clearly hearing they're trying to ban drill music. Like I said, they can't really dead off the market, but they're like, yo, this ish is raising the music, and the culture of the music is raising violence to a whole nother level in the streets. So with that being said, with everything that I'm spitting on this video to y'all, like, do you think that that strategy could work? Do you think that that's something that they're definitely doing, is open investigation on every New York drill artist that starts getting a buzz and trying to put them behind bars if they really are active in the streets? Because when I heard of this summit thing, it really got me thinking, like, is that the strategy? You know what I mean? That law enforcement and prosecutors are going to meet with other drill artists, and like, what are they going to say to them? You know, they said that they want to talk to them about changing the way they're moving and changing the way things are before more violence goes down, and trying to stop and curb the gang violence. You know, like, is that what they're going to say? Hey, you know, if you want to keep moving like this, your gang or your clique or your crew is going to be the next one targeted in an investigation and put behind bars. It's really got me wondering, you know what I mean? So tap in and comment. Let me know what you think about this whole situation, the indictment, Dthang, the other drill artists involved in this particular gang, the way law enforcement is trying to stop drill music and ban it, and, you know, what I was just saying about this strategy that it almost seems like is being developed here. If, like, this is the beginning of this whole situation, you know, because this issue is crazy as of late. You know, like I mentioned, YSL and everything, that's a whole different genre of music. That's a whole different part of the country. But it seems like we're hearing of different rappers catching different indictments every other month or something like that. You know what I mean? And I really wonder if a lot of artists are going to start moving different as far as social media and putting a clique name or a crew or implementing a gang name involved in like the rap collectives, you know. I don't know. This issue is just crazy. But we're talking specifically here about New York, you know, because NYPD in New York City is where these discussions to ban drill music was specifically going down, as far as, you know, what we were seeing being pushed through the media. So thanks for watching, y'all. Sub to the channel, hit the comments. Again, if you're new over here, that's what it's all about in this channel, hearing from the people. You know, I never claim to be an expert on any of this ish. Like I told y'all, I don't really delve into like the New York drill scene like that. I mean, I listen to some of the ish here and there. I see there's a lot of artists building a buzz for themselves, but it's just wild, man, if they're going to all be specifically targeted by law enforcement. Can this genre of music live on? Like, what is your thoughts about this all? Let's talk in the comments. I really need to hear from y'all, you know, who've been following all this ish, you know, from the beginning. Let's talk. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here, y'all. Stay tuned for more videos. J Coffee Talk, where we talk music, news, sports, and more. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.